every MVP of the 2010s if quarterbacks didn't exist. Let's go. For the year 2010, instead of going to Tom Brady, the award would have gone to Arian Foster. This was a pretty weak year for non-quarterbacks, but Foster still put up over 2,200 yards from scrimmage and 18 total touchdowns, which is more than good enough. However, the Texans only went 6-10 this year, so that's not a great look for the MVP of the league, but the next best selection is Troy Polamalu, and he just didn't have nearly as great of a season as Arian Foster. For 2011, instead of Aaron Rodgers, give me Terrell Suggs. T-Sizzle was an absolute monster this year, winning Defensive Player of the Year, picking up 14 sacks and 7 forced fumbles. Also, the Ravens went 12-4, largely because of that great defense, but shout out Calvin Johnson, who I also considered picking for this spot, but Terrell Suggs was just a little bit better. 2012 is Adrian Peterson, pretty self-explanatory here. He literally won the award with quarterbacks existing. It's safe to say he'd win it without him. 2013 was a lot tougher, but I ended up going with Jamal Charles instead of Peyton Manning. This is really a two-horse race between LeSean McCoy and Jamal Charles, and for me, it really just comes down to touchdowns. They both had similar yards from scrimmage, their teams had similar records, but Jamal Charles found the end zone 8 more times than LeSean McCoy, which makes the decision clear. For 2014, give me J.J. Watt instead of Aaron Rodgers. This is one of the greatest defensive seasons ever put together. 20.5 sacks, voted unanimous Defensive Player of the Year, a pick 6, and 3 receiving touchdowns on top of that. It's pretty much a miracle that the Texans won 9 games this year, and J.J. is the reason why. And for 2015, give me J.J. Watt instead of Cam Newton. This is a small step back from his 2014 season, but that really doesn't mean much. Still put up 17.5 sacks, still won Defensive Player of the Year, still carried the Texans to 9 wins, as easy as it gets. For 2016, give me Ezekiel Elliott instead of Matt Ryan. Zeke and David Johnson are neck and neck here. Both had about 2,000 scrimmage yards. David Johnson had more total touchdowns, but the Cowboys went 13-3, and the Cardinals didn't make the playoffs. And when you're talking about close MVP races, tie usually goes to the winner, and Zeke was a rookie, by the way. For 2017, give me Todd Gurley over Tom Brady. Pretty easy pick here. Over 2,000 yards from scrimmage, 19 total touchdowns on 11-5 record. The closest guy is probably his teammate Aaron Donald, and even then, it's not that close. But in 2018, Aaron Donald is definitely the guy instead of Patrick Mahomes. Donald had 20.5 sacks this year, won Defensive Player of the Year almost unanimously, and the Rams went to the Super Bowl, so pretty simple. And finally, for 2019, give me Stephon Gilmore instead of Lamar Jackson. You could make a good argument for Michael Thomas here, but I truly believe that what Gilmore did in 2019 is one of the all-time great defensive back seasons. He won Defensive Player of the Year as a cornerback, had 6 interceptions, 2 of them being pick 6s, 20 passes defended, and the Patriots were the best defense in the league, largely because of him.